Hello, I'm Chandan Marmardi. Let's begin the Lucene tutorial that I'll be uh, demonstrating as a part of big data assignment. Uh, Here I have two different folders, data and index, where I have 10 different text files in this folder, which are basically records that we'll be indexing and then searching for using those indexes. Using these records, we'll be demonstrating the text search and then indexing using Lucene library through Java code. And then for the implementation of this Java code, I've made use of Eclipse environment IDE. So here I've already configured the build path, the lucene.jar file, and I've already set up the environment, and here we are making use of 5 different classes to conduct a search. Here the first class is Lucene constant.java. We have created this class to define the constants that we'll be making use of throughout the program. So the various constants that we'll be using will be the contents, file name, and the file path. And then here the maximum search parameter, search value is set to 10. The second class we'll be using here will be text file filter.java. Basically what this class does is it filters out the .txt file that we'll be looking for in the working directory, and then which will also so when we look for those text files, we'll return the text files that are available in this the whole directory, and then using the path name, this captures the path name here and then looks for all the text files that are listed in that directory, uh, and then we'll get all those text files and then we'll parse it. And the third class that we'll be making use of here will be the indexer.java, where we have different classes written, and then this class is used to index the raw data that we can make it searchable using the Lucene library. So here we have made use of index writer, create index and index file and such functions. And then here the create index function, what it does here is we read the data directory and the data directory path, and then filter the text files that is needed for this indexing and searching that is going to happen. And then here we have made use of and the same file, when it is fetched, it is passed through this index file. And then the same, let's explain this class that we have written, the index file. Here what it happens here, we are getting the file document using first we are printing the document that we are going to index. So once the document is printed, we are fetching the document using get document, and then once the file is fetched, we are adding this to a new document using writer.add document function. And once the new document is created, here we are using this function get document, where in this class what we have is we can see that we are having access to file name, the file contents, the file name, and the file path. So the file contents will be captured in the using this file reader, and then the file name will be used in this object, and then we are creating the index of this file path will be captured by will be stored in this object. So next we are using these content field name, and then the field path, everything is added to this new document, and then the document is returned. So as we can see here, we are using document.add function to fetch all these data and then add it into a document, and then the document is returned. And here the fourth class, once the indexing is done, the fourth class that we are making use of is searcher.java, class, where here we use this to search the indexes created by the indexer in the previous function to search for the requested content, that I mean the query, that the value that we are querying for. And then here we make use of index searcher, query parser, and then uh, the query itself, the query object itself. In index searcher, we are searching for the index using the index directory. We find the index and then we parse it to the query parser, where we have a new object called as query parser. Once the query is parsed, it is and then the query parser parses this search query, the value that we are searching for, into a new object called as query. And then we get into the next class, which is Lucene tester.java. In this function, this is the main function that will be running, which makes use of the previous classes that I just explained. And then here we have the path for the index, and the data that we'll be fetching for it is stored in this path. And then the actual query that will be the actual value that we'll be querying for is Suresh. And then let's see if this function will be able to find out if this value is present in any of the records searching in the indexes. So here we'll make use of different classes, where this is creating the index, and then and then we are searching for this search query, that is Suresh, and then which is passed here, and then put into the objects, and then the program is run. And then later we are printing out the total number of times, the total number of documents which are searched, and then in what document, if anything is found or not. So let's run this program here. As we can see that the program is successfully run, and it took 60 milliseconds, and then the value Suresh has been found in one document, and then the record name is record2.txt file. And then let's look into the text file to confirm. And then yeah, here is Suresh, and then the file name is record2.txt. And then as we can see in the index path that I had given, it has created various indexes for all different files. So this is the end of the tutorial, and thank you.